We're recording.
Oh, hello, bestie.
Hi, bestie. Oh my goodness. This has been a trip tonight, let me tell you.
I can't wait to tell you guys everything about what happened leading up to this moment.
So glad we're finally here.
Thank God. Barely.
I think it's happening. So we're excited to do this podcast with you guys.
So excited.
Yeah, so fun. I guess we should start by introducing ourselves.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of our listeners may know who we are, but there definitely might be some peeps that don't, so.
Well, you should start it off. Let's hear it.
Okay, so I'm Ashley Johnson. I'm Brooklynn's bestie. Right now I live in Kansas City, Kansas. I am in occupational therapy school, so that's a doctorate program. So that's about 100% of my life. But that's basically it. That's like literally all I do right now. We both went to KU together, so I graduated December 2021, and so I'm 22 years old right now. I have to think about that. That's kind of sad.
Didn't you graduate December 2020?
Oh my God, I did. That's crazy. That was so long ago. What the heck?
Yeah. So weird.
That's gross. I feel old.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, last time we filmed the intro, I forgot to mention that I have a boyfriend.
She does. Like, more than a boyfriend. It's like your fiance, pretty much.
Yeah. He's my fiance. I just don't have a ring. That's like all I'm missing.
We'll get there. Dylan, if you're listening, anytime now.
Yeah. So my man's name is Dilly Boy. That's why I call him. His name's Dylan, and we've been dating for 3 years. I love him so much.
Oh my gosh, it's like legit 3 years, right? Is it this month?
In March. So it's really close, yeah.
Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. We'll have to have him on. Maybe for your 3 year. That would be so fun.
Wait, that's a good idea. I think he would actually want to, so.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I love that.
Who are you? Tell them.
Okay. My name is Brooklinn Royer, and I am currently living in Lubbock, Texas. And if you're asking where the heck is Lubbock, Texas, I was wondering the same thing. West Texas, it's like a city, but it's a smaller city, definitely smaller than Kansas City. And I graduated in May of last year, and I'm currently a meteorologist. So I work at a TV station. I'm on TV for my job, which is so weird.
What's your station called, Brooklyn?
KCBD.
Okay.
KCBD News Channel 11.
She's so cute on the news, guys.
It's funny because I'm so awkward, and it's just
No, you're not. When you do it, you seem so smooth. Like, you seem like you have no nerves at all. It kind of blows my mind.
Well, yeah. I guess you do it enough and you don't really feel as nervous, but...
True.
That's interesting. That's fun. I moved here knowing literally no one, which I feel like we should do a whole episode on, like, that alone.
I agree.
There's that much to talk about, but just, like, moving somewhere alone is crazy. But I moved here with my dog, Phineas, so he's almost a year. Cute. Oh, my gosh, the best. He turns 1 year in March. Yes. And he's, like, legit the love of my life. I don't think I could love anyone more than him. He's the best. So I'll probably talk about him a bunch because...
Oh, for sure.
He's my life. So he's my little bestie. But that's me.
And Brooklynn's single, so Phineas is her man's.
Yes. We think that this would be fun to talk about more of, like... We just have completely different lives. We should start there. That our lives are so different, yet so similar. Like, I don't know. Our vibe is so similar in our friendship.
That's the right way to say it. Yeah.
But our lives are completely different, which is why we were like, this would be so fun to do a podcast because we're in completely different worlds, pretty much.
Yeah.
But we're still besties, and we've been best friends since, how many years is it? It's been since 7th grade.
I did the math. I think it's 12 years.
12 years. Insane.
That is insane. And so I think that's like, so I guess we should talk about why we made the podcast. I mean, you already jumped into it a little bit, but Brooklyn and I obviously don't live in the same state, and so we never see each other. But even in college, I feel like our personalities being different, we didn't hang out all the time.
No,
because we just didn't have like the same interests or like friend group all the time.
Right.
And so I feel like this podcast is our opportunity to hang out more, talk more. And so that's why we named it Hi Bestie, because it's really just us chatting it up. It's not, we're not some health coaches or, experts on life. We're just trying to hang out. So
yeah. And it's funny because Ashley texted me like 2 weeks ago, I would say.
Yes.
It's not been a long thing coming. 2 weeks ago, and it's like, we should start a podcast. And I was like, what are we going to talk about?
Right.
And then she really convinced me. She was like, no, like, our lives are actually so fun and, like, different that we have a lot to talk about. And it would be fun for us to, like, hang out and connect and catch up. And so I was
and
like,
we both are just, we can talk for forever, so.
And we just have a good time. We laugh together a lot.
We
wanted people, that's what we really want out of this podcast, is just, one, for us to hang out and have a good time, but also we want it to feel like whoever's listening is, like, hanging out with us and laughing with us, because we like to laugh and have a good time.
Exactly. And I feel like we both are into Instagram for sure. We both like Instagram. And so I feel like we want to connect with people that listen via Instagram. You know, like, it's fun to get suggestions or, like, Q&As. I think that aspect's fun.
I think so too. And I feel kind of dumb sometimes, which I probably shouldn't, on my own Instagram doing that, because I'm like, who am I? Like,
yes.
You know?
And that's a whole topic we can talk about too. Just, like, wanting to be yourself on Instagram, yet you feel like you can't.
Literally. So true.
You just feel like you're going to get made fun of, you know? So that's, our podcast is our outlet, I feel like.
It is. It's for us to be creative. I also have vlogged for many years, which we started together, Ashley, remember?
Yes.
Freshman year of college, we started together. So we roomed together freshman year. We should do a little timeline of our friendship in a second.
We should, because people that don't know us have no idea.
Yes. So we roomed together, and we started a vlog, not really together, it was my vlog, but you were in it because we started it at the same time that we were living together. And that has been something fun through college, like, making memories in that way, but I've kind of gotten, like, bored with it because my life is so boring here. Not boring, but it's like I just work full time, and so it's like, oh, life's kind of boring, what am I going to vlog about? But I feel like this is a new creative outlet to, like, still have fun. And
I agree. And as we get older, I feel like we have, like, more opinions and things to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas vlogging, it's like, oh, I go to work, I come home.
Literally.
You know?
So boring. Okay, well, should we do let's start by talking about, let's do our timeline of our friendship.
Yes.
And then we can talk about the events that happened tonight that led us to this timeline, because it has been a trip.
Like, it's a shit show, I'm not gonna lie. It was crazy.
You have to stick around for that. Okay,
yes.
So where did we start? Okay, so tonight we started around, like, 3:30, and we were like, wait, no, we want to do our timeline of our friendship
Yeah.
first.
I feel like that's an important, like, what's the word? Foundation for our podcast. Okay. 100%. So,
do you remember how we became friends? Because I was trying to think about that, and I don't.
So I'm going to give my perspective, because I think my perspective will be different than yours, obviously.
Oh, 100%.
But, okay, so before I knew Brooklyn, oh my gosh, guys, this is crazy. There's so much history. So, first of all, me and Brooklyn grew up in Independence, Kansas. I guarantee you, if you're not from there, you've literally never heard of it.
No. Pause. You're wrong there, because the only reason you've ever heard of Independence is because of Last Chance U. Anytime I tell men here, Lubbock, Texas, random city, I'll tell people I'm from Independence, and they're like, oh my gosh,
Last Chance U.
What? It put us on the map. But besides that, you've never heard of it. It's population 9,000, small town, southeast Kansas.
Yes, southeast Kansas. It's literally almost Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. And Last Chance U, first of all, that didn't even come out until, 2000?
We were gone. We were in college.
So when we were growing up, Independence was not on the map. Anyways.
Yeah.
So we grew up in Independence, Kansas. Before I knew Brooklyn as friends, like I was saying, being a small town, you know everyone, kind of. And we were also, in middle school, we were on Facebook. Don't know why our moms let us do that. So I knew Brooklyn via Facebook, and before I knew her. Oh, no. And guys, Brooklyn in middle school.
I don't want to know.
Brooklyn in middle school was like the cool girl, right? This girl had 16 boyfriends.
Let me just tell you that I peaked in middle school. That's all I've got to say.
She did. Like, she was the it girl of our grade. So, like, I knew who Brooklyn was. Gosh. Like, I was the Catholic school girl that didn't go to public school. Brooklyn went to public school. And so I thought she was this cool girl. So I knew who she was, right? And then when we get to middle school, we start to play sports.
7th grade.
Yes, 7th grade. And that's when Independence is so weird. I don't know if literally any other district does it like this, but the middle school and private school play sports together starting in 7th grade. Right? That's how it worked, I think.
You guys were able to play with us, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We went to the public school to play sports.
Right.
And that's where I met Brooklyn, and that is literally where it all started. I think it might have been volleyball.
It had to have been volleyball because that was the first season.
Yes, and then it was the bus rides to each town.
Right. But I don't remember how we, like
how it started.
Yeah, because I remember all of that as well. But then, for whatever reason, we became bus buddies. Remember that?
Yeah, why did we?
I don't know, but every sport starting 7th grade, volleyball and basketball, we were partners, which was weird because we had different friends, because you had your Catholic friends and I had public school. But
and not to mention, in volleyball, you were a spiker. I was short. Like, I was not. So, like, we weren't even connected in that way. I don't know what brought us together.
But we became bus buddies. That's what we call each other. Yeah. And we just hit it off. I feel like we hit it off. Probably. Do you remember, tell the story about your teacher that I wrote the note to. Do you remember that?
Oh my God. Was it Mrs. Johnston?
Yes. And I wrote a note in 7th grade.
Guys, I was bad in middle school. Didn't she, like, get me in trouble or something? And you were like, please let Ashley not be in trouble anymore.
Yes. Didn't she tear it up and throw it in the trash can?
Yes, in front of the whole class, too. I remember this. Oh, yeah, I was bad in middle school, guys. I don't know why. I got detentions, like, every single Friday. My mom would know not to pick me up from school until, like, 4:30 because I was in detention every week. It was bad.
Yeah. Because you're a little Catholic girl and we're not into it.
No,
that's a whole other story.
God, guys, we have so much to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. We'll save it for another day. But so we became best friends. Sat on the bus together. Would drive. You'd like drive to different towns, I guess. And so we'd have like long bus rides. Became little besties. We had nicknames for each other. Do you remember?
Oh my God.
Yes, yours was Ashweed.
Oh my God.
Weed.
What were we
as
thinking?
In like marijuana, ashweed.
And we're in 7th grade. Calling.
What? And that was the reason, too. We were like, Ashweed.
Weed, ha ha.
What'd you call me, remember?
Brooklinn.
Yeah.
With an A.
Like 6 A's. Brooklinn.
Brooklinn.
Yeah, so embarrassing.
What was wrong with us?
We have so many funny pictures, videos, moments. So good. Ugh. So then so we were besties, 7th, 8th grade. We go to high school. We're still best friends. You know what's funny about us, though? Our whole friendship is that even in high school, we didn't, like, hang out all the time.
I know. That's what's weird about us.
Like, we played sports, and then we were on the dance team together. And so we spent a lot of time together, but we also both were dating people throughout high school, different friend groups, stuff like that, but we were still, like, best friends. It was so weird.
That's true. And you always dated, like, older guys.
Yeah,
right?
Like that. Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, Brooklyn was the it girl, right?
Not in high school. I was kind of a loser after that.
No, I would say in high school we were the same. You know?
Yeah, we were just whatever. But I really did peak in middle school. I want everyone to know that.
She definitely did. Like I guarantee you, like, at least 5 guys listening to this you dated in middle school.
I had so many boyfriends, and the type of boyfriends where you're like, just were boyfriend girlfriend, but you did nothing together.
Well, you would always change your freaking Facebook status. It'd be like, Brooklyn's dating so and so this time.
Yeah, that's really embarrassing.
What was your mom thinking? Was she like, oh, my Brooklyn loves to date?
No, I don't know. Marcia, if you're listening,
Marshall, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what were you thinking? It's funny because I'm so different now. Like, who was she?
Oh my God. It's funny because in middle school, I was like the goody good, like.
Yes.
And I think we switched roles.
Oh, 100%. I got all my fun out in middle school, and now I'm just like an old
soul. You did. You were an old soul starting freshman year of high school, 100%.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I had older boyfriends, and so that kept me, like, I didn't go out as much, and, like, but I still had fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did high school, and then we roomed together. We went to the University of Kansas, Rock Chalk, baby, freshman year.
Freaking Jayhawk.
College. So much fun. We had the best and worst year of our lives, freshman year of college.
Okay, but on top of that, I will say, I think freshman year of college is what solidified us to be friends forever.
Agreed.
Do you not agree?
100%.
Like, if we didn't room together in college, I'm not going to lie, I don't know if we'd be talking.
We wouldn't. I agree.
It was meant to be.
It was such a, like, pivotal time in our friendship because we went through so much together.
So much. Oh my God.
And also, aside from the things that, you know, we're talking about that we went through together.
Yeah, guys, you'll know later.
We'll talk about it. If you know, you know. A lot of people already know. We were roommates, and we had 2 roommates, and that's all I'll say for now. Stay tuned. Even aside from those moments, freshman year of college for anybody is just a lot. Like, you're changing and you're becoming it. I just don't even have words. It was a lot. It was actually, like, the worst year of my life. You had a different experience, a little bit better probably, but So that was good for us because we
grew together, I think.
We did, yeah.
But go ahead.
I was just going to say after that we didn't room together ever again, and here we are, but we've just been...
I just think there's certain people that are meant to, like, be in your life forever, and that's just definitely us.
And you know what's so funny, whenever I was thinking about this, I think today, is that we are the type of friendships that the friends that we lived together for 9 months never had one single, like, tussle, fight.
No.
Nothing. We did
really,
not
genuinely
fight.
did not.
We're not even making this up just for people, like... We genuinely had no fights. I'm sure that we were, like, annoyed with each other maybe, but I don't even remember being, like, mad at you ever.
I don't think... Okay, well, yeah, no, I was never mad at you, but I do remember maybe there was, like, passive-aggressive, like, you know, here and there, but it was never, like, I'm not talking to Brooklyn today. Yeah. Do you know something so funny? I don't know if I ever told you this.
Oh, no, let's hear it. I'm scared.
No, I guarantee you know this, but freshman year, remember how picky I was about the blinds being open? And you loved the blinds being open.
I love sunlight. Were you mad about that?
Yes, and now I love natural light. I remember I would come home and the blinds would be open, and I'm like, ugh, Brooklyn. And I would, like, close the blinds.
Oh, my gosh. No freaking way.
But now I love natural light. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. Oh, I loved it. I mean, I guess if you're trying to, like, take a nap, that's annoying, but...
But, like, that's an example of the most we ever had conflict, like, quote-unquote.
Yeah.
So...
And I remember, if we want to be real, I think the only time I ever was, like, I was going through a lot of things myself, which...
I love hearing this.
Another day, another podcast, but, I would be mad at you. I think the only time I ever remember, like, calling my mom and being like, I'm mad at Ashley was... Because you would, like, go hang out with friends and never invite me. But you were,
that was
like,
so hard.
You were just trying to figure yourself out, and you're, like, I don't fault you for it now, but in the moment I was like,
I'm sure.
Mean. It was, like,
I don't blame
hard.
you. That was really hard for me. Like, because you know how I am, like, I felt guilty in my heart, but I was like,
oh.
But that's a whole other conversation, too, because there's a story behind that as well.
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah,
anyways,
all
where
that
the heck were we?
We just never fought. Like, genuinely never had one fight. Such good times. I wish we could live together, and that was so fun.
It really was.
And so then we went our separate ways. We still both went to KU sophomore, junior, senior years, but we had completely different friend groups, completely different sororities, completely different lives, and would talk all the time, but, like, didn't hang out all the time, which is so funny.
Yeah, I agree. And also another thing, I think there are people that are in college and they go home a lot, and that wasn't our experience. So it's not like we went home all the time and hung out. Like, I think that's another thing that kept us from, you know, like, hanging out 24/7. We never went home.
Yeah, that's
Indy.
true. Indy, baby.
Indy, Kansas.
I wonder why we never went home.
Go.
No tea, no shade.
No tea, no shade, Indy.
If you're listening from Indy, I love you.
Which a lot of people may be. But anyways, we should tell them what we're drinking tonight.
Okay. And then we'll tell you about our adventures tonight. So I'm drinking a cab.
I did not know you liked red wine.
Dude, I'm so into it now. Since I've lived alone. Okay, little side note. My senior year of college, the last 2 years of college, I lived in the sorority house, so I didn't drink a lot because you can't have alcohol in the house. Mm-hmm. So I didn't drink a lot unless if we, like, went out, which I'm not a big drinker anyways. Let's put that out there.
I was going to say, you're also,
not a big drinker at all. But living alone, I have a weird work schedule too, but I'll have, like, 4 days off in a row, 3 or 4, and so I'll open a bottle of wine, like, one night, the first night, and drink it, like, one glass each of the 3 nights that I have. So I've become a big lover of red wine. I started off liking Moscato, which is, like, a sweet red, and then that was becoming, like, too sweet, and now I love a cab. Like, so
I love a cab, but I had no idea you would like cab.
Yeah, I'm a wine lover now.
It's just, like, a treat at the end of the day, you know?
So
I don't know. But anyways, I'm drinking... White wine's my favorite, if I had to pick. Okay. And this is a Sauvignon Blanc from Trader Joe's. Do you have Trader Joe's in Lubbock?
No.
Okay, so, like, Trader Joe's, if your state sells alcohol at grocery stores, the wine is, like, cheap.
Oh,
so I always get wine at Trader Joe's.
Interesting. I always buy it at Target because I just shop for my groceries there. So
yeah.
But this wine is actually from Lubbock. Ashley, you would love this. You need to come visit me. But there's vineyards here, like a couple of. They're pretty small. They're not like California vineyards, but it's a good environment, atmosphere to grow grapes in because it's dry and whatever, hot all the time. And
I
so
didn't even think about that.
So yeah, this one is from a winery here in Lubbock. There's a couple. It's so fun. We actually have been to a couple of like and trying the wines from here.
That's so cute. Can you like go into the vineyard and have like a vineyard day there? Do they do that?
I'm not sure. I've been to the only 2 places I've been are like wine tasting rooms, so it's not in like the actual vineyard, because the vineyard's not what you're thinking. I know you're thinking of like Rolling Hills, California. It's like flat and like a couple of like a field of grapes, but it's not like rows and rows and rows as far as you can see.
Okay.
But it'll be like a building, like they're building, and you go in and like drink their wine.
Gotcha.
It's fun. Anyway, so this is a local one, so that's fun.
That is very cute. Well, if a wine wants to sponsor us, hit us up.
Yeah.
We'll shout you out on our podcast.
Yeah, we thought it'd be fun to have a little glass each week and say what we're drinking. It'll probably be the same each week, but
yeah, and it helps loosen us up.
I need that because
me too.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. Let's talk about our night. What do you say?
Oh my god, we like this wasn't even something we thought we were going to talk about, but we have to tell you guys about this because it's a mess.
It's been so funny. Okay, so we started the night at like the afternoon at like 3:30. We FaceTime each other and we're getting ready. We're like putting on a kind of a cute outfit and doing our makeup a little bit because we're also videoing this. And I would say we sat down about 4 o'clock, finally ready to film. Poured our glass of wine, ready to film. So we had
4 o'clock.
4 p.m. It is now 6:52. Just take that into account, okay? So we poured our glass of wine, sat down. We had like our AirPods in. Keep note of that. AirPods, the devil. Our AirPods in, our mics ready. We had the software that we were going to record this in. Oh, because obviously, as we mentioned, we're in 2 different states. So we're not together recording this. So we have to do like a virtual recording, but Zoom is not so we had to come up with something, whatever. So first off, we sit down to start recording, and we figured out this one app, and we did it, and it was so laggy. We recorded like 5 minutes probably, and we were finally like, okay, it's so lagging. We were like talking over each other because there was such a delay.
Yeah, it was awkward. The conversation couldn't flow because I would say something, and 2 seconds later, Brooklyn would hear it. So we would like start 2 different topics at the same time. It was bad.
It was awkward, so we stopped.
It was awkward.
And by that point, my dog, he's a puppy still, and he's antsy. And I tried wearing him out today, but he doesn't like to just sit down, lay down, unless if he's tired. If we're like sitting in the house, he wants to play. Like he doesn't want to just sit here. Understandably, he's a puppy. So he starts kind of barking at me and like being antsy, and I can tell he's not going to let me sit here record a podcast. So I'm like texting my friend. Thankfully, I have a friend that I met in the neighborhood that has a golden retriever as well. He's a golden retriever. Did I mention that?
No, you didn't tell me it was a golden retriever.
He's the best.
That's cute.
Everyone's seen it on him. Oh, I thought you meant Phineas.
Oh my god, I thought you were talking about your neighbor's dog.
No, I am. The neighbor's dog is a golden retriever.
Okay, yes. I didn't know that, or I forgot that.
Yeah. So I texted her and was like, can Phineas please come and play because he's driving me crazy? And at this point, we had not recorded at all. And we're like, it's probably going to be like an hour conversation. Like, we got to do something. So I took him over there. By the time I come back, because we were trying to figure out, we thought maybe it was Ashley's Wi-Fi. So she decided she needed to move her router, which I think it partially was.
It definitely partially was.
Router into her bedroom. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take Phineas to his play date, drop him off. I pull up to my house, and this is such a long story. I'm sorry.
I know.
Interrupt me if I forget anything. I have a Furbo, which is a little dog camera in my house, and it notifies me when someone's in my house. And before I walked in, I got back, and it said, someone's in your house. And I said, whoa, who's in my house? So I pull up the app, and it's the refrigerator guy, because my refrigerator in my apartment has been broken. It's been freezing everything. Like the other day, I pulled out my eggs, and they froze, and they cracked open. Frozen.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I was like, are you kidding? My almond milk, I pull it out. It's a ice cube in there. It's one solid jug of almond milk. And so we're such
guys,
we're such a mess. I'm sorry, okay? My thing fell.
Brooklyn's set is destroyed.
Oh. We're such a mess, Ashley. Okay, it's fine. We're not those like put together, got it all together.
We're not.
LA.
That's it's just not happening. That's part of the reason we made this podcast.
We want to be real. We're not like that. We're not like them other girls.
No.
So, okay. my refrigerator's been broken, so it was the maintenance guys coming to fix it. And I'm, like, being awkward because I'm sitting out in my car, and I'm like, Ashley, I don't want to go in. I'm watching them on the Furbo, like, open up the fridge and try to figure out what's going on. I'm like, I don't want to go in because it's awkward and maintenance guys are here.
To just watch them and do their maintenance.
Yeah, and you're like, hi. And so I just sat out in my car. So 20 minutes pass, and I'm finally like, okay, I see them walk out. And this was the best part. The whole time, I'm like, this is so awkward. Guys kept walking out, the maintenance guys, and, like, walking past my car, and I'm, like, looking down, hoping they don't see me. Because I'm like, it's awkward that they're in my house, they let themselves in, and I'm sitting in my car, like, watching them on the dog camera. Right. Like, this is so awkward. And so, yeah, so they finally come out of my house, and they lock the door. And I'm like, oh no, I didn't bring my keys. Whenever I took Phineas, I didn't bring my house keys, and I didn't lock my door. So they were locking me out of my house. And so I had to
expose yourself.
I had to get out of my car and say, can you please unlock that, actually?
No, and I heard you go, sorry, I was sitting in there. I didn't want to interrupt you guys while you were working. I was sitting in my car.
I'm so awkward. I was like, So,
and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they's like, we're going to have to get you a new fridge. We'll get it to you tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah, you're getting a whole ass new fridge tomorrow.
Whoa, that was a lot. So yeah, so it's like 5:30 now. So Phineas is gone. We're ready to record. The refrigerator's good. The refrigerator, I say.
Right. So we think we're good to go, right? Like we think problems are solved. I've got my adapter in my room. Like the Wi-Fi's about to be awesome. Like we're ready to go. So we sit down and we act like we're full on recording this podcast. Nope. Still lagging.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi does not solve the problem. And so me and Brooklyn are like, what are we going to do? Like, we have everything we need. Like, it's not going to get better than this.
Because, like, so how do people do this? People do it. How?
Right. We're like, very well-known podcasts do this where they're not in the same place. And we're like, they use the same software that we're using. Yep. And so we're like, what is the problem? And I think that we even tried, like, some random things. And I was like, Brooklyn, what if it's our AirPods? Mm-hmm. And so we take our AirPods out. Sure enough.
Problem solved.
It's the AirPods making us lag. And so we're like, okay, but we can't have the computer being
You have to have headphones in or else you hear the person. Yeah, it's the whole thing.
It echoes. Yeah. So we're like, okay, we have to search high and low for our old school headphones that have an aux cord. Yep. Which nobody has those anymore, right? So we both search, and I found the headphones that have, like, the iPhone little cord. Obviously, that doesn't go into your computer. Anyways, long story short, we have to go make a Target run for headphones that have an aux.
Sprint to Target.
Finally start recording at, I don't know, maybe
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. But,
so,
you know.
3 hours of doing this. But I just want everyone to know that's listening, that we were so dedicated to making sure that this was good.
Dedicated.
At one point, we're like, okay, it'll just be laggy, whatever. And we're like, no, that's stupid. We're not going to put out, like, a crappy podcast. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it full out. So we did the whole thing. It's taken us so long, but we are here, and we are committed. We've got our plug-in headphones. They look silly. They're, like, big old black.
I don't know. They're kind of cute. We look kind of official. I'm not going to lie.
We do. I like it. It's fun.
Also, we just, like, didn't want our first podcast episode to be laggy and, like, awkward. Like, it just wasn't even worth it. And then we thought, oh, maybe we should order on Amazon. It'll be here on Thursday. And we're like, no, we are recording tonight.
Right. Yeah. So, because we committed. We had to do it. We've been looking forward to this. Like, it really has been something fun. We've been, like, we made the little cover art, and we've just been looking forward to it. Oh, and Ashley, let's hear about your day, because Ashley has really had a day, and this was gonna be her, like, stress relief. So how'd your test go?
Oh my god, yeah. So guys, like I said, I'm in occupational therapy school. It's a doctorate program.
So hard. She's so smart.
Oh, thanks, I guess.
You are so dedicated.
I am dedicated because I want to do well in the program, but I had a neuro exam today, and if anyone has taken, like, a neuro-specific class, which, Brooklyn, you definitely haven't, right?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think you'd have any reason to. Neuro is hard, at least for me. Like, it's hard to understand. There's a lot of terms that you have to just, like, learn from ground zero. Anyways, it was my first neuro exam of the semester today, this morning at 8:30 a.m. And so I had a neuro exam. I'm pretty sure it went well. It was actually easier than I thought. I was studying things that were way harder than what I thought it would be.
Oh my gosh. Good.
I could have gotten an A, but I could have gotten a C. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
But so I had that at 8:30, and then I had 2 more lectures, and I got out of class at 3. So I had a whole day.
Oh my gosh, a whole day. So she was looking forward to this.
No, I told Brooklyn, I was like, I can't wait to pour a glass of wine and just talk about things that are actually fun.
And just chit chat
with your bestie. With my bestie.
That's funny. I don't know how you do it. I genuinely, I guess maybe because you haven't gotten away from school, but being done with school for almost a year now, I guess it's been like 9 months. I don't know how you're doing it.
Well, no, Brooklyn, I did. I had a break from school, remember?
Oh, you're right. Like, oh my gosh, you did have like a 9-month break, right?
It was hard to get back into it.
Oh my gosh.
This was the first exam that I've taken, like a normal sit-down exam, since my junior year of college.
Right, because your last semester of college also was COVID year. So
yeah.
You didn't have anything in person, did you?
Nope.
So you could cheat on everything. Oop. If you're listening and you're a professor, sorry.
Just kidding. I don't cheat now in doctorate school, but
no,
in undergrad school, okay. Obviously things being online, like, come on, it's not hard. So,
well, crazy.
Whole new ballpark now in doctorate school. If anyone is in doctorate school that's listening to this, or grad school, or undergrad, let us know if there's certain topics you want to hear about, because I definitely feel like I'm kind of low-key a pro at school now.
Totally. So I think you can say that.
Yeah. And okay, med school, don't hit me up if you're in med school.
That's beyond us. Beyond me. I only got a bachelor 4 years. But I'm a scientist. Don't get twisted.
I mean, your career is pretty dope. Like a meteorologist, not a lot of people can say that.
You know what? This is random, but I just want to talk about it. Okay. Do you know what's really rude? And if anyone is listening and has ever said this, it's okay, I forgive you, but it's really rude, and the amount of times I hear it, it's ridiculous. So don't come up to me and say, knowing I'm a meteorologist, and say, oh, you get to tell the weather wrong every day and still get paid. That's just, it's funny how our lives are different, because you're over here talking about your hard tests, and I'm complaining about people being mean to me about
I mean, you have a job and I'm still in school. It is different. But do we want to tell our listeners more of, like, our personality difference? Do we kind of want to...
Oh,
wait, did I say that? Personality differences. Do we want to elaborate on what we mean by that?
Should we talk about ourselves or talk about the other person? I'd love to hear what you think of me.
That might be more fun. Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Talk about me?
Yes. I'm not just going to, like, gas you up. I'm going to, like...
roast me, please. I'd love to hear you roast me.
It's not a roast, but I'm not going to just be like, guys, Brooklyn is... I'm going to, like, say what I think Brooklyn is like. Okay. So, like I said, in middle school, Brooklyn was the it girl. But we're going to go further than that. I'm going to keep telling you that. So, beginning in college, I would say me and Brooklyn were very similar freshmen of college.
Yeah.
We had the same... view on life, same interests.
Yeah.
All we cared about was...
This is going to get so deep, I can feel it. Am I going to cry?
Oh, you think? Really?
No.
I wasn't going to make it deep.
I can just see how it's going to get deep. Okay, let's hear
God. Okay, here we go. So... I fell off track. Anyway, so Brooklyn and I were definitely very similar freshman year of college. We had good times. We went out to the Hawk. If you don't know what that is, that's the main spot of Lawrence, Kansas, a.k.a. the University of Kansas. That's where we were every Thursday and Friday night.
Oh, my gosh. Having us a time.
Yes, that was probably freshman year, the entirety of freshman year. And then when we moved out of the dorm, I would say that's when our personalities started to, I would say blossom, but they started to be a little different.
Totally.
Because in high school, we were basically pretty similar.
Yeah.
I would say I then turned into more of, like, the going out, drinking.
Totally. 100%.
Kind of party girl, right?
Single. Let's note that we both dated for
year.
My relationship was 4 years. Was yours?
Not like it was on and off, but it was
multiple years. And by sophomore year, we were both single. And it's funny how we took different, like, you were, like, ready to mingle, and I was, like, not. But it's funny.
Yeah. And so anyways, that's when our personalities started to shift. And I would say sophomore year, I was very sorority girl, very going out, very...
You were living life.
I was living life. I'm not going to lie. I was really experiencing life in college. But one thing I will say is I was never frat girl vibes. I didn't like boys. I didn't really care. I was just having fun with my girls.
Yeah.
And then Brooklyn, I feel like that's when you started to get into... Well, first of all, you joined a sorority later than me, which is a whole other story. But... that's when you started to get into things like Stumo.
Yes.
And all of your friends from that aspect of life, I feel like.
Yeah.
And that's when I feel like you became a very good person.
I started getting into my faith more.
Yes. And that is where I feel like...
Don't say became a good person. That doesn't mean you were a bad person and I was a good person.
But I was like, your priorities were like very much more wholesome than mine.
Well, that's fine. You were living your life in college. It doesn't
mean,
mean
I was
better
19.
than you. Yeah. That doesn't mean I was better than you.
But now I feel silly saying that because that's like the only thing I think makes us different in college.
Yeah. But we're just, I mean,
It's hard to explain.
It is. You were just very social, going out. I wasn't. And I was really into my faith. Still am. But
And also, I just thought of something. Brooklyn in college was way more responsible than me. Like, you were very...
That's true. I had a job. My school was really hard, actually. And
really hard.
Undergrad
and mine
was
wasn't as hard.
And so I did a lot of studying and doing that. And, yeah.
I feel like you're just a very responsible gal. And
not
that I wasn't responsible. Like, I held a job in college and everything, but...
Right.
Yeah, now that I say it out loud, it's like it really wasn't all that different.
I think we were, though. We were different. Which is why we, like, didn't hang out all the time, but we were still... It's so weird how we did that.
It is weird.
We still were, like, best friends, but we were
so
different.
That's what I'm saying.
There's something unique about us. We're going to have in a moment, because...
Seriously.
We are so different, yet still stayed, like, best friends. It's weird.
It is weird. Like, how would you describe... Cool. Like, saying it out loud, I'm, like, changing my mind. How would you describe me and our differences in college?
I feel like you pretty much said it all. Like, you were just more party, going out, drunk all the time.
I mean, that's facts.
Into boys, like, not into boys necessarily as much as, like, you weren't, like, shacking at frats and stuff, but you were, like,
that was not
kind of dating around a little bit. I would say that you were, like, in it for a good time, and I was in it for, like, a selfish time of, like, for me, I remember, I guess I can only speak for myself, but in that time, I remember being like, I'm going to work on myself and, like, worry about myself only.
I was just about to say that. I feel like you did your, like, growth part of life way earlier than I did.
Yeah.
That's where I think...
Yeah, you were having fun. I was, like, working on myself.
I think that's actually the perfect way to say it.
Yeah. And there isn't, like, anything wrong with either of them. We're both, like, successful in doing our things. But I think also that's why you've ended up with a boyfriend, because you were, like, putting yourself out there. And I was like, no, I'm not talking to men. I hate men. After my breakup, I was like, no, I actually don't want to talk to a man. And you were, like, putting yourself out there.
That's very true. I think post-breakup, we had different, like, outlooks. But I was never... That's what I think is funny about the fact that I'm in a long-term relationship is I was never, like... the shacker, go to date parties with several different dudes.
No.
Like, I found Dylan on accident. And that's what's funny about the fact that we've been dating for 3 years. It was literally like...
And I hated Dylan at first, remember that?
Yeah, but I don't even remember why. I think because I was like...
No.
I don't know.
Remember why?
No.
His ex?
It's funny to reflect because I forget about that stuff.
Wow. Look at us talking for 45 minutes. Where has the time gone? I think we should ask people, if you're listening to this, let us know. Do people like 45-minute podcasts, 30-minute, like an hour? What do you listen to? Do you listen to a lot? You listen to a lot of podcasts, right?
I listen to a podcast every single day.
Okay. Do you like shorter ones or longer?
It depends. It definitely depends. If they're, like, informational, I will literally sit there for, like, over an hour.
Okay.
But I feel like 45 minutes is a good sweet spot.
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't, like, drag it on, you know? We're going to try to be real, but there may be some things we have to cut out.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt people's feelings.
No. Of course not. But we also want to be real, you know?
Oh, we're going to be real.
Okay, but we really do want to end... I think we should end every podcast because Ashley and I know each other so well. We've been friends for 12 years, but we also, I would say there's things that probably haven't talked about before or like ways that we could still know each other more. And so we want to end every podcast asking each other a question to like provoke thought or like depth to our friendship to like get to know each other a little bit more. because I'm sure there's still things we don't know.
Yeah, and I also feel like part of this podcast, like we said, is that we just want to connect as friends and, like, spend some time together. And so, like, Hi Bestie is all about kind of us hanging out, but we also want you to feel like you're hanging out with us. And so asking each other probing questions helps us to kind of, like, connect and know each other more than we already do. So.
This is so cute.
I know. I love it.
That was cute when you said Hi Bestie.
Hi Bestie.
So cute. I love us.
Also, I want our listeners to know they're our besties. I think that's what we're going to call them.
They're our besties. Yeah, you guys are our besties. We're all besties. And we want to have guests on the podcast too. So if anyone
oh my god, we forgot to mention that. Yes, we want guests.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you the question first. Because
okay, I'm ready.
I thought of this, and I thought it would be fun. So, Ashley, if you don't know, is a very, how do I word this? Very
I'm scared.
Nostalgic. That's a hard word to
nostalgic.
say. Like, senti, grateful, I would say, for her childhood. Had a, like, unique childhood and kind of screwed up at times, but, like, a good childhood. And I know you love, like, talking about it and posting pictures and looking at pictures from your childhood and stuff. And so I heard there's, like, a trend right now of people saying, like, what's a core memory for people, you know? So I want to know what's a core memory you have from your childhood. If you have one that you feel like you, like, deeply remember, or you feel like really shaped you, or that you just, like, have really good memories from. What's a core memory from your childhood?
Gosh, you know, that's so funny you say that, because you perfectly described me and how I feel about my childhood. I'm very nostalgic. Mm-hmm. God, a core memory. I honestly have so many.
Oh, but you had such a good...
I had a really good childhood. And also...
given the circumstances, like...
Yeah, I did.
Your mom really is the GOAT and, like, did
the GOAT.
The absolute best to give you the best childhood, given the circumstances.
She really did. But... Gosh, I automatically think a core memory of mine is the way that me, Major, and Tay, two of my brothers, used to play with each other when they were little. Mm-hmm. And the most, like, core memory is the fact that my mom would let us have her camcorder. Do you remember back in the day?
Oh my god!
There were camcorders?
No, you didn't.
Oh my god, yes. And so my mom would let us record, like, 2 hours worth of footage. And I was the director, right? My brothers did whatever I said. They were literally, like... my little minions, and we would have the silly show. And so I would make both my brothers, Major and Tay, get up in the living room and make me laugh, and whoever made me laugh the most won.
Oh my gosh.
And Brooklyn, we did this for years. Like, this wasn't like a one-time thing. Like, this was like a core memory. So that's what I immediately thought of.
That's funny. You know what's funny is that you have... Like, I was thinking about your Vines. Do you remember your YouTube videos and your Vines? You were into making videos and making funny. You guys were just funny kids, and you were funny too.
Yes.
Goofy.
We really were goofy
so
kids.
Goofy. And so you would make so many funny freaking Vines. I wish we could find them. Freaking Vine.
God.
Why did it have to go away? Because you had some funny Vines.
So funny. And, like, that's why I've always been into video and, like, media. So this is very up my alley. But that is so funny you mentioned that.
I love that. That's good.
Love that. Okay, that's so cute. I have a question for you, too, obviously.
I'm so nervous.
I don't know. Hopefully this is a good question. But my question that I was thinking of is, Brooklyn, what are the top 3 things you love about yourself?
Not about myself. I have to talk about myself?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Top 3 things. Like personality or like looks?
Literally whatever.
Anything?
What do you love about yourself?
Oh my gosh. That's hard. I don't like that.
You can do it.
No, I like it. It's just hard to like think about, like, be like, we're so critical of ourselves, you know? Okay.
That's why I wanted you to reflect on what you like about yourself.
That's good. Okay. I would say... I like that I'm very, I guess, independent and always have been. No, okay. If anyone knows what the Enneagram is, have you done that, Ashley?
Yes.
We should talk about that someday. I'm an 8, which is like I've just always been a leader. I remember my mom telling me as a kid that I'm not going to have any friends because I was so, like... do what I want. Like, I'm the boss.
That's
which
true.
was bad. Like, that was to a fault. I was that way. and I've learned to like not be that way, but I like that I'm like a leader and independent in that way because
yes, can I add to that? Because I think that makes you part of the reason why we've been friends so long is because I go to you for advice and you're very affirmative on what you think, and that helps when I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I agree with that.
Very like stable, have been like just consistent, like independent. That's like a lot of words, but I would say that about myself. I like that I generally am like a happy person, which I think comes a lot, which I think we should seriously talk about more on a podcast, of like my faith. I think that has made me more of a happy person because I wasn't always. But life is just like just good, like fun. I don't know. Like
you're a positive person. Yeah,
like there's just people that you meet that are just always like sad and happy, and probably not necessarily even their fault, but I'm just like grateful that I don't know, I just feel like I'm always happy. There's always something to be like laughing about. I love like laughing and being silly and goofy, and
I totally agree with you on that.
Some people can do that.
You always have a good vibe, like no matter what.
Well, thank you. I think that's why we click well, because we're both like goofy, silly moods all the time. We'd
rather be happy than complain.
Yeah. And then, oh my gosh, the third one. I feel like that was like 600, honestly, but...
no, you just have good explanations.
Okay. Maybe I should do like
do something physical for the last one.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
My big old bitties. We gotta cut that out.
Guys, no, we are not cutting that out, Brooklyn. Guys, me and Brooklyn are so weird. I can't wait to like post throwbacks of me literally just grabbing Brooklyn's boob. We're so weird. She has the yitties.
I'm dead. If you wanted to know what I like about myself, that's my vibe.
Hey, God made you like that, okay?
God said. And you know what I love about Ashley? My favorite thing about her is our big old booty.
The booty. That's why we're best friends, because you have one and I have the other.
We compliment each other. No, you got both. Don't lie. Don't be out here lying.
I'm not trying to gloat about myself.
Yeah. Okay. That was funny.
That was a great little thing to do at the end. Yeah.
Mic drop. That's it.
Boom.
Cut the tape. Oh my gosh.
Okay, this makes me so excited to have. I feel like this first episode we kind of let it flow, and from here on out, I think. An agenda. No, we literally had no agenda. I feel like from here on out, we're gonna have like topics and. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be so fun.
Guest. We'd love to hear what you guys like to want to hear too, because this is also a lot for ourselves, but also we want to be like people to like it and listen. So let us know.
We definitely do.
Also, what you want to hear, and oh my gosh, so fun! Should we do a little cheers to end our?
Yes, I'm out of wine, but
she's dry. Cheers! Look at her. Cheers! She's drinking the last drop.
I got a little drip. But seriously, guys, I feel like we definitely want to have guests on. We want to talk about specific topics that people want to hear about. Mm-hmm. And we also want to tell our crazy stories, because we really do have a lot.
We do. Through our 12 years of friendship, we obviously have a lot of stories.
We do. Like, I promise you guys, our stories aren't, like, just regular old stories. We have some good ones.
We've got some tea.
We do. We have some tea.
Juicy tea.
Juicy. We got to spread it out.
Yeah. You're not going to get it all in the first episode, because you wouldn't come back, you know?
No, we got to
be a little nibble. Yeah.
We got to ease y'all.
Ease you in, or you'd be like, whoa, these girls are crazy.
Crazy girl.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this was fun.
Very fun.
We have not thought of a sign out. We knew we were going to say hi bestie to begin, but what's our sign out? Do we have one? I think we just say goodbye.
I would easily say like, bye bestie, love you.
Cute. Okay, ready? That was cute. You have such a cute voice. I don't.
Oh, yes you do.
We both had our one glass of wine. We're done.
Guys, we are lightweight. Ugh.
Okay.
That's my antidepressant making me not be. There's more tea, y'all. We gotta talk about that
That's my Lexapro making me.
Oh, Lord. Okay. We better end before we get on.
That's it.